Izote is the national flower of El Salvador. And for Salvadorans and Central Americans, they would know right away that it was an organization dedicated to Central America. Our whole mission is to do sustainable development, things that were going to move people forward in their communities. I went to El Salvador on this medical mission with this group based out of California. And we did these medical clinics. We did the clinics in schoolhouses, and what I noticed is there were 0 books anywhere. And again, I asked about, oh, well, where are the books? And I was told, well, there's no books. When I came home, I spoke to my friends at work and one of my dearest friends, and I said, hey, do you want to start this organization together and see what we can do? And they said yes. There was a civil war in El Salvador, and everybody was dispersed. So basically everybody, most people are kind of returned refugees and figuring it out again. This is the first time that people are going to school and really creating viable communities. Initially, I proposed the book project to Antonio Hernandez, who's the doctor who's the head of the Foundation for Community Development. He said, well, I don't like to decide what the communities need. We've helped them set up leadership systems, and we propose things and then we see if they want it, or we try to get ideas from them, and books isn't on their list. And I said, well, maybe books isn't on their list because they don't have a history of literacy and reading, so they're not thinking about it, but, how about you propose it to them and see what they say? So he did, and then he came back to me and he said, oh, they're thrilled. They're so excited about this idea about books. We were getting 5,000 children's books from Brothers Brother, which were brand new books from Pearson Publishing, never been touched before, beautiful paperback children's books, all reading books because we didn't want any textbooks, we just wanted fun reading books for the kids. The books went down in August 2011, and I went down in November of 2011, and it was really great. I got to go to some of the schools and see the books in action, the kids using the books. One of the teachers took out, we sent these big books where the teacher will read the book to the whole class, and it's in a large book, and said, oh, they always ask for this book and ask for this character. And it was, again, one of those wow moments, like, hey, I had an idea in my living room, and here's some kid in another country, like, asking for this book we sent. It was really motivating us to carry on the work. When I was on the medical mission in El Salvador, one of the things we did was give out free reading glasses. And on the line for the reading glasses were a lot of people that they put the reading glasses on and it didn't help at all, no matter which strength glasses they tried on, because it turned out they had cataracts. I was told there was basically no cataract surgery for poor people. Cuba and Venezuela has a plan where they put them on a plane and they fly them out of the country, and some people can get on that list. And I just thought, like, wow. That's crazy. The World Health Organization has listed cataract surgery as the #1 bang for your buck for public health dollars, that the most people are helped with the least amount of money, because it gets people, once they can see again, they can get back to work, or if they're older and not working, a family member doesn't have to stay home and take care of them. Bought an operating microscope for several $1,000s, and we were able to ship it down there. In addition, we got instruments and machines donated. We went down this July with our doctor from New York, and the 2 doctors both worked and did about 50 surgeries. One woman had been waiting 20 years, another person 12 years, another person 2 years. So the need is so great. I dream of a day when the people in El Salvador and in all the developing world don't have to suffer for years with needless blindness. Pacific coast of El Salvador is actually the prime nesting ground for an endangered sea turtle species. Lots of people down there in the Bay of Jiquilisco, they're called turtle men, and they make their living digging up the turtle eggs and selling them to market so that wealthy people can buy the turtle eggs at market because they're considered a delicacy. And then when the eggs are hatched, they collect all the turtles, they wait till sunset, and they release the turtles. The turtles have to walk to the beach. If you just dump them in the water, it doesn't work. They need to be a certain distance away and walk from the beach to the water. This year, Izote was able to get a donation from a private foundation to help with the turtle project, and we were able to save 12,000 eggs, which will be 120 sea turtles. The idea is to help the communities by helping the turtle egg collectors to make a living and do it in a sustainable way, hopefully preventing these sea turtles from becoming totally extinct. The goal would be in the future to have some type of ecotourism where people could see the sea turtle laying eggs, and be part of a positive thing instead of a negative thing. If they don't do it this way, once the sea turtles are extinct, obviously these people are not going to have any way to feed their families. So it's a win-win, and we're really excited that we've been able to be part of it. All three projects that we're working on are all about sustainable development, giving people a hand up. Our goals for the organization would be that the organization will continue beyond us, and that the group will continue until every kid in El Salvador has access to a fun reading book, just like all the kids do in the U.S., that every person who's blind with a cataract, at least within a year, could get that cataract removed, that the turtles would no longer be going extinct, and that every person who's making their living collecting eggs and selling it to market be instead reimbursed for preserving the turtles and their own livelihood. Our vision for the future is that our projects continue, and that even after we're not around, that the work continues.